हरिओम श्री राम अंबद नाथ सब नाथ सब नाथ सब. So last Thursday we heard the story of Sundaraj. Never forget it. Similarly today we are going to have a story, listen to a story, hear a story of a beautiful girl. That was the story of an ugly boy, born ugly, who became most handsome in the world, right? It is the story of a very beautiful girl. Her name was Lata Devi. Her name was Lata Devi. This is not an ancient story, not even 100 years back. This girl was born in something like 1950-51. So, very recently. She is still here, very well alive. Okay? And very piously devoted to her God. But how she was, what happened? When she was born, her parents did not want her because there was out of wedlock. Not out of wedlock, out of wedlock. Means she was not born because of proper religious ceremony or a legal procedure of marriage. Of OFF. Okay? And so obviously she was called, what is called as Najaya Jagalat. Right? And so her mother had thrown her away, kept near a seashore, and there was one couple walking beside, saw this child, a beautiful child. They waited for some time. They picked her up. They went to the police station. Police said, you only keep her if you want. And we already have a son who is 5 years old, and we might have another children. We might not do justice to her. The police inspector said, what love I am seeing in your eyes, the way you are holding her, I am sure you are her real mother. Only thing is, you are not given her biological birth, that's all. She accepted the verse, and it was coincidence, you can say, but divine coincidence. That was their marriage anniversary also. Said, this is a beautiful gift from God, her marriage anniversary, 6th marriage anniversary. And they brought her home. And they kept her name Lata Devi. There was a sangam of two names. His mother's name Lata. His mother's name Lata. And her mother's name was Devika. So that was a combination, beautiful combination, high in harmony of these two names. Both the mothers were not in this world. So she became Lata Devi. Nobody else. They shifted the residence in other village. So nobody comes to know that she is an adopted child. Only their son, who was 5 years old that time, knew that she is adopted. She was not born out of mother's womb. After that, they could not get any child. So they were very happy with one son and one daughter. Very good. But at the age of 18 of hers, both the parents passed away, one after the other, due to the same disease. Okay? And called as pulmonary tuberculosis, TB what we call, right? Cox. And in a difficult situation, her brother was already married. He was busy with his life. He forgot the parents' grief within no time. And this girl was left to her own grief. And his wife has an idea. Father has not kept any money for her. This is a sister who is adopted, who is now the real sister of yours. She has eaten pokatka in this house. We'll use her. We'll sell her to some old man who wants to marry. She has such a beauty. When anybody will give in lakhs for her, especially an old man, they will give you more money. So he contacted one old money, Saukar, a usurer, okay, a Shylock in the nearby village. And they got her married. He was 68 years old and she was 18 years old. 50 years difference. But she was okay with that. What God gives is right, okay? I will look after him. I will stay with him properly. That person was also very caring, very loving. He told her personally only, I know you have been forced to marry me because you are brother. He has taken money from me to get you married to me. But this whole money, whatever I have is yours. She said, I don't want anything. I just want home. Home, sweet home. He started loving her very much. He started believing her. He handed over all the keys of the house, including his tijori, where the ornaments were kept, gold was kept, diamonds were kept, everything. And was handed over to her. Such a trust. They handed over her the whole working system of his, all the 7 or 8 shops he had in the city, small city. She started looking after that. And then she remained pregnant. At the age of 20, she remained pregnant. She was 4 months pregnant. And her brother came to her house the first time. He was enjoying with that money which she had gotten from her old husband. And what his plan was that after 1 or 1.5 years of marriage, the old man should be killed. Then the whole money will belong to his sister, so-called sister. She is Buddhu, so I will rule. I will enjoy with that money. He and his wife, they had vicious plan for her. He came and told her, she told me, no, I am going to be mother of his child. And kill the child also. I have the medicine. You take the medicine, kill the child. Why do we need it? ये बुढ़ा क्या करने वाला है? अब ये 2-4 साल में मरने वाला वैसे. Said, no, I am praying for his long life. As if God is going to listen to your prayers. What do you think?
You are Mahapativrata Savitri or what?
And he will come to your help. No, this Buddha is looking old, so going to die definitely. Instead of killing, instead of allowing him to die after 4 years, we'll kill him today. Say, no. Said, if you don't do it, I will tell your husband that you are not officially my sister. You are not born from my mother's womb. You are not my father's biological daughter. Nobody knows who your father and mother were. And your husband has such a big status in the city. And he's so orthodox. He will throw you out of the house definitely. He will not accept anybody who is not from our higher caste and higher khanda. She got scared. So if you don't kill your husband, I will tell your husband, he will kill you. If she kills her husband, it is not possible. She cannot live. She was a God-fearing person. And if she doesn't kill her husband would kill her, because brother is going to intervene anyway, either this way or that way. She did not know what to do. She had always believed in Mother Divine, the Paramba Parameshwara. Her mother had taught her. She is the one who always protects. All her 18 hands are full of everything what you want. All the splendor, all the opulences in this world, only she can give. And she is very kind. She is very loving. She is very protective. My child, when her problem, just go to her always. Otherwise also remember every day. You should remember every day. But she did not know any mantra or any japa or any stotra of anything of Muthiyai, what we call as Paramba Parameshwara. She asked her husband, is there a temple of goddess here, mother goddess? Yes, there is a temple. Outside the village, but I want to walk 3 kilometers. Said, I'm pregnant, I'm going to be a mother, so I want to take blessings of the Divine Mother. He said, yes, certainly. He arranged a horse carriage for her because there were no cars much that time. So she went in a horse carriage. That carriage driver was sitting in the carriage only. She went inside alone. Looked at the Paramba. She looked at the Ma Jagadamba and just told her, Ma, what is this problem? At one end, if I listen to my brother, I have to kill my own husband, who is such a nice person. Though he's aged, okay, but he's looking after me, he's taking my care. Every pie of his in my hand. I am bearing his child. Please. And if I do not kill my husband, my brother is going to tell him the real secret of my life. I am not from a high khandan like my husband. And my husband is very orthodox. You also know, mother. I do not know how to go cross this mountain. I do not know how to cross this sea, which is so deep. And above that, I do not know any prayers of you. I do not know any prayers of you. I do not know any mantra of yours. I do not know how to invoke you, how to call you. Oh, Mother Divine, please help me. And at that particular moment, she started hearing a beautiful musical note and words, a devotional song which inspired her. She realized this is a gift to me from the Mother Divine. Sky is so high, sky so high, sky so high, and sea so deep. Sky so high and sea so deep. Sky so high and sea so deep. Mother Divine has total grip. Mother Divine has total grip. Mother Divine has total grip. Sky so high and sea so deep. So high and sea so deep. Mother Divine has total grip. Mother Divine has total grip. Sky so high and sea so deep. Sky so high and sea so deep. Mother Divine has total grip. Mother Divine has total grip. Sky so high and sea so deep. Mother Divine has total grip.
Mother so high has total grip.
Sky so high and sea so deep. Sky so high and sea so deep. Mother Divine has total grip.
Mother Divine has total grip. Sky so high and sea so deep. Sky so high and sea so deep. Mother Divine has total grip. Mother Divine has total grip. Sky so high and sea so deep. Sky so high and sea so deep. Mother Divine has total grip. Mother Divine has total grip.
Hey,
Sky so high and sea so deep. Sky so high and sea so deep. Mother Divine has total grip. Mother Divine has total grip.
hey,
Sky so high and sea so deep. Sky so high and sea so deep. Mother Divine has total grip. Mother Divine has total grip. Sky so high and sea so deep. Sky so high and sea so deep. Mother Divine has total grip. Mother Divine has total grip. Sky so high and sea so deep. Sky so high and sea so deep. Mother Divine has total grip. Mother Divine has total grip. Sky so high and sea so deep. Sky so high and sea so deep. Mother Divine has total grip. Mother Divine has total grip. Sky so high and sea so deep. Sky so high and sea so deep. Mother Divine has total grip. Mother Divine has total grip. Sky so high and sea so deep. Sky so high and sea so deep.
Mother Divine has total grip. Mother Divine has total grip. Yes, she has total grip. She understood. It was really, these two tasks were a mountain at one end. Another end, sea, deep sea. She would not know how to cross either a mountain or a sea. Both the tasks were not possible for her. She started praying with this song. Only 2 lines. Whole day she would sing only this. She would go on humming this tune and speak this gajar or bhajan, what I want to call it, in her mind. I mean, nobody is around, she would sing openly. And every day she started coming to the temple. She used to sit there looking at Paramba Parameshwari's face and singing this bhajan. Her brother had warned her, I am going to come after 15 days with a poison that we will put in his milk at night and he will sleep, he will be unconscious. I will sit on his chest and you will cut his throat. I will show as if it is done for money. You start shouting, I will start shouting, and people will gather around and will say, the robbers had come and they did this. And all the money and ornaments I will only take away. So police also will believe that this was done for robbery. As such, his husband is very famous for his money. Her brother came to her house. She got scared. She said, tonight? He said, yes, tonight. She realized it is almost sunset. Night is not very far. She was alone. 4.5 months pregnant. She did not know what to do. Means, first time her brother told her, after 15 days he's coming again. That day he came. There is only, he came at the time of sunset. He's telling, today only we'll do it. I got on the poison with me, because of which he'll become unconscious. You will give that medicine to him, that poison to him through milk. Then I will sit on his chest and you will cut his throat. Meanwhile, I will take away the whole money, you give me the keys, and I hide it in my bullock cart, and we'll start shouting. I will inflict few injuries on our hands and face and head also. See how deeply he had planned. She did not know what to do. She started singing this bhajan while she was serving the dinner to her husband. Her brother had gone out to prepare something. When something is this murder plan only. She was chanting. Her husband realized, you're looking very tired. You're looking scared, my dear. What was scared of? I was scared of pregnancy. He said, everything all right at your mother's place. Say, I have no mother. I know that. I have no father. He said, I know that. Well, what are you chanting? She said, nothing. I'm just trying to take the name of the God. That's good, he said. But don't take with fear. Take with love. Take with love. Let us both of us sit together and chant the same name. Say it's not a name, it's a bhajan. And she started chanting the same bhajan with him. She forgot everything. That what plan her brother has planned and what might occur within another 1 hour's time. Okay? Her mind was crying. And all of a sudden, while her husband was absolutely immersed in this bhajan, beautiful bhajan, she shouted, started crying heavily. Husband could not understand. He asked her, what's my dear? What is the problem? Are you getting some pain or something? Pain is not in my womb. Pain is in my mind, in my heart. Say what? She said, I want to tell you something. It's a very dirty secret. I am not born legally from my parents. They adopted me. I was thrown on the seashore. I do not know who my father was, who my mother was, whether they married or unmarried. So I'm not of your type. I'm not of your class. I'm not of your status. My parents had hidden from the whole society. Only my elder brother knows. And he has decided, he has told me, he got me married to you only for money. He has taken money from you for marriage. As well as now he is telling me, he has gone out to buy a poison, which I am supposed to give you in a milk. After that you will become unconscious. Then he will sit on your chest and confirm that you cannot move. And then I am supposed to slit your throat. I don't want to do it. I cannot do it. But I know, if I tell you this story, you will throw me out of the house. I am ready. As that time's tradition, she took the pallu on her head, touched her husband's feet and sang. I removed all the ornaments. Only the lady's Mangalasutta remain with me. But that is also of gold and belongs to you. If you want, you can take it away. I will live happily with this tikka here, with your name. And this child is yours only. It is not a bastard child. I am not doing anything wrong. She was sure. What is going to happen? Her husband will drag her to the door and throw her out. He said, what nonsense. What the hell? I told her, are you telling me today? She was scared. She was sure of her fate. She chanting, saying the same bhajan which she heard. And in slow voice, her husband told her, her brother is standing outside. I am doing drama, darling. I knew about your birth beforehand. Your mother, sister, also knows this secret. Your mother, while dying, has told this secret, opened this secret to your Mausi, your mother's sister. And she has only arranged this marriage. So she had told me, and I accepted that. And because they had hidden it from the whole world, I also prefer to hide it from the whole world and from you also, and I am knowing it. Do not worry. Your status, your avakat doesn't depend on where you are born, how you are born, but on what you are doing, how you are. You are so beautiful, not only by face, by every means, by every way. You are so spiritual, you are so religious. Devotion is so good, you are honest and you are humble. You are a real wife, in spite of marrying such an old man like me. You are loyal to me. He said, don't worry. Again he started giving up advice. The brother was very happy that he will throw her out. So now his sister will definitely help him to kill this Buddha. So he came inside, locked the door, brought out the knife and attacked sister's husband, that's Saukar, his brother-in-law. My brother-in-law had already understood everything. He had kept 4 bodyguards there, hidden. One in the cupboard, one under the bed, like that. All 4 of them came out. And before they could do anything, this beautiful girl, Lata Devi, was really like a Lata, so slim. She took blower, punkani. In village they used to use to blow air in the cooking fire. So we took that and she started hitting her brother so badly. Her brother had never expected this. Husband had never thought of this. Those 4 bodyguards could not think of anything. Because she was so fast in beating her brother, Her brother literally had to run away. His dhoti also came down. And she saw to that full of blood. He was running for his life. And she told him, get lost. Never come back again. My husband knows what I am. Her husband shouted and told him, your sister is not only a human being, not only a good human being, but a farishta, an angel. She is an angel. Both of them sat and whole night they did bhajan. Morning she got up. They slept after Brahma Muhurta. She got up and she looked in the bed. There was one young man sleeping. She was scared. My God, what happened? Who is this man? She shouted. The man got up. He said, why are you shouting? She said, who are you? Go out first, I'll kill you also. He said, why are you killing me? I'm your husband. He said, you are not my husband. My husband is an old man. He is 70 years old. He said, I'm your husband. I'm 70 years. He look in the mirror. She what mirror? He was surprised. That was her husband. What mother can do? Let sky so high. Let sea be so deep. She can cross both the things. She can make you cross both the things in one instance. Okay, in one way, by one tool. Both the things. That is Ma Paramba Parameshwar. So remember, never ever think that you are helpless. Whether it is sea or mountain, you can cross it easily if you are singing her bhajans. If you are singing Sri Paramba Parameshwari Vijayate. 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 So understand the importance of simple bhajans also can change your whole life if you do with passion, with intensity and with purity and love. The old man became a 25-year young man. Okay, because she remained true to God as well as true to her husband. And she refused to cooperate with her so-called brother to scratch money from him. Okay? Always believe this story. Remember this story. And live your life this particular way only. Let sky be as high as possible. It's no problem for me. I will definitely get a chopper to go as high as possible. Sea may be deep. Nobody has seen the depth of the sea. But what is impossible for her? She has created the ocean. She knows that. So whatever it is, she's going to help me out of the situation certainly and definitely. Okay? Okay? So, at the end, what we chant always, Jai Jagadamba, Jai Jagadamba, Jai Jagadamba, Avadhuta Chintana, Avadhuta Chintana, Avadhuta Chintana, Om Namah Shambhikaya, Om Namah Shambhikaya, Om Namah Shambhikaya. Remember this. Even if you do not remember anything, any mantra, because you are scared or you are in very difficult situation, just call her my mother, oh my dear mother. Or you can call her, oh my dear grandmother, that is the best way to call her. Okay, Motiai means Aji, my grandmother. Because she is your father's mother, definitely. Love you all. Love you all. Bye.